Okay, assume, question number 3, assume you have budget of 36 kwacha to spend on pizzas and hamburgers. Pizzas cost 8 kwacha and hamburgers cost 4 kwacha. A rephrase of the question is, assume you have an income of 36 kwacha and you intend to spend it on pizza and hamburgers. Pizza, the price of pizza is 8 kwacha 1 and the price of hamburgers is 4 kwacha 1. Did you get the rephrase of the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So question number A says complete the table below and answer the questions that follow. 10 marks to complete the table below. So the first one says find the marginal utility. Obviously, this is the same thing we're doing yesterday, but we can still do it. The same way how you find the marginal, what were you finding yesterday? Marginal revenue, marginal cost. Yeah. The way how you were finding marginal cost yesterday, that's how we find marginal utility. Okay. So it is total utility 2 minus total utility 1 over quantity 2 minus quantity 1, just like that for any unit. Bearing in mind that at the first unit, okay, for the first unit, total utility is equal to marginal utility, right? For the first unit, which simply means at quantity 1, total utility 16 shall be equal to our marginal utility 16. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then now to find the marginal utility on quantity 2, you say total utility 2, which is 28 minus what? Minus 16 over 2 minus 1. And what do you get? What do you get? Hello? What is 28 minus 16? It is 12.
Sir.
1, 2. And you have 36 minus 28. 36 minus 28. As well, you get divided by 3 minus 3 minus 2, you get 8. And then 40 minus 36 divided by 4 minus 1, you get 4. And the last one, you get 2. We're saying 42 minus 40 over 5 minus 4. Madam Rachel, are you okay with this line of thinking?
Yes, I'm following you.
Have you understood?
Yes, we're just subtracting utility 1, utility 2 minus utility 1 over the quantity. Yes.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Then from there, we go on the next column. The next column which says the marginal utility that you have found, divide it by the what? By the price. And our price is 8 kwacha, isn't it? Our price is 8 kwacha. So you say 16 divided by 8. That gives us what? 2, right?
Yeah.
Then the next one you say 12 divided by 8. That is 1.5. And the 8 divided by 8 is 1. Then from there, 4 divided by 8 is half, which is 0.5. And finally, the last one is 2 divided by 8, which is 0.25. Have you understood how we come up with this, Madam Rachel? Are we together now?
Sorry, sir, just come again. We're subtracting what? We're dividing what?
We were dividing the marginal utility divided by the price. Okay. The formula is here. Marginal utility, the price, meaning the price is entering into the marginal utility. Okay. So the marginal utility that we have, the first one is 16. You say 16 divided by 8. Our price is 8 kwacha, right? That gives us 2. Then the second one, you
Okay.
say 12 divided by 8. That gives us 1.5. And the next one is 8 divided by what? By 8. It gives us 1, right?
1.
The next one
Yes.
will be 4 divided by 8. It should give us half, which is 0.5. And the last one
Mm.
is 2 over 8, which is 0.025. Are you fine?
Yes, sir.
If you're fine, that's my pleasure. We can continue solving. And now continue. We go to the next one. The next one says the hamburgers. The hamburgers have got the price of 4 kwacha. Can you find the marginal utility? It's the same thing. I said at the first unit, total utility is equal to what? Marginal utility. So total utility is 24. Our marginal utility shall be what? 24, yeah? Our marginal utility will be 24. And then you shall say 44, right? 44 minus 24 over 2 minus 1, right? And that should give you 20. Are you able to follow? Like this minus that. Then the third one shall be 56, 56 minus 56 minus this 44. Okay, divided by 56 is on 3 minus 2. That gives us 12, right? 1, 2. Okay.
Mhm.
And then the next
Yes,
one will
sir.
be 64 minus 56. That gives us 8. And then 68 minus 64 divided by 5 minus 4 gives us 4. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that is clear, please you can ask me as many questions as you want. We don't want to hear that. No, the SAR is moving so fast. You're not understanding. Okay, marginal utility of price. Marginal utility of a price. Again, it's the same story. Into the marginal utility, you divide the price. Okay, so the marginal utility is 24. Divide by what? By 4 kwacha. Isn't it? That gives you
Oh, so here
6.
we're just changing the price to 4 where we had price 8. Okay.
Yes, it is basically the price into the marginal utility. Even the formula, they did it for you.
We just didn't see
Formulas. Now formulas were bazona.
it.
Marginal
So me, I
utility.
didn't see it.
You didn't see the formula. Okay. And obviously the next one will be 20 divided by 4, which will be 5. The next one will be 12 divided by 4, 3. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then 4 divided by 4 is 1. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At least this time around, we have verified where these answers came from. Then I can erase them. Okay. You've seen where these answers came from. So now, question number B says, can you identify the combination of pizzas and hamburgers you should do purchase? Explain your reasoning. Okay. So you want to get the combination. Remember, you just have 36 kwacha. You have to divide your 36 kwacha between the hamburgers and pizza. So just make sure that the way how you divide, your level of satisfaction shall be maximized. The idea is to maximize utility. Okay. So utility is basically maximized at the point where marginal utility over price of a certain good, let's say this time around this is pizza, shall be equal to marginal utility over price of the hamburgers. Clear? Is that okay? This is the point at which marginal at which your level of satisfaction will be maximized. Okay, this level gives you the combination that will maximize the level of satisfaction that you have. Is that okay?
So the explanation will be, how is the explanation starting, sir?
I'm trying to say that your question is to identify the combination, but I'm telling you that for you to identify which combination between these two goods, you get the combination at which marginal utility over price of a certain good is equal to the marginal utility over price of the other good. Like where the marginal utilities over price are equal, in short. That is the combination that you get, which can help you to maximize your level of satisfaction. Okay?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So when you check here, you're just looking at where these two conditions are equal. So if you observed, let me just use a red marker. If you observed at unit 3 and at unit number 5, the condition is met, isn't it? At
Yes,
unit
sir.
3, marginal utility of pizza is 1, and marginal utility of over price of hamburgers is 1 at unit number 5. Are you following? Eh? So the combination would be this combination where this person buys 3 units of pizza and 5 units of hamburgers. At this point, this person would have maximized the level of satisfaction. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
The person would have maximized the level of satisfaction if he consumed or he bought 3 pizzas and the 5 hamburgers. Clear? The level of satisfaction would have been maximized at that level, because the level of satisfaction is maximized at the point where the condition that I've just written above holds. Okay? So we are saying the first condition is where we have how many pizzas? 3 units of pizza and 5 units of what? Hamburgers, right? These two will help to maximize utility. Let's check, do we have any other combination?
Yes, we do, sir.
Okay, where else do we have the combination?
We have at 1
and unit 4.
At 1
Hamburgers.
and the 4. So if the person got 1 unit of pizza and they got 4 units, let's write properly so that they see 4 units of what? Of hamburgers. Again, this person would have already maximized the level of satisfaction. Okay, so if you check, do we have any other? The third one, if at all there is any. Do we have the third condition?
No, we don't.
If we no longer have any conditions, then we just have only 2 combinations, right? If a person does the first combination, which is 3 pizza, 5 hamburgers, would have maximized the satisfaction. Or if he had done 1 pizza and 4 hamburgers, still would have maximized what? Satisfaction. But this person is just supposed to choose 1 combination. We just need 1. The question is identify the combination, not the combinations. So which means we need 1. How do we eliminate now the 2 combinations? You get to subject them to the budget constraint. Okay. So the budget constraint is drawn as, listen, price of good X times the X, which is the quantity, plus the price of good Y times the quantity of good Y, it should be equal to the income M. Okay? So in this respect, since we don't have good X, we have the names, right? We have pizza and hamburgers. We can rewrite the combination as the price of hamburgers, right? Which will be 80. Oh, sorry, the price of pizza. The price of pizza will be what? 8 times the pizza, the quantity of pizza, plus the price of hamburgers is 4 times the hamburgers equal to the income M, our income, the budget. Is that okay?
Okay.
So now we know our budget, isn't it? Our budget is
Yes.
36.
36.
Is 36 kwacha. This is our constraint. Okay. So what you do now, these combinations you have gotten, you subject them to the constraint to check which ones are feasible, right? Which of these are feasible? Which of them you can actually manage? So let's start with the first combination. I'll use the blue marker for the sake of clarity. 8 times the pizza, the first, we are starting with this combination. 8 times the pizza is 3, right? Pizza, the quantity of pizza is 3, isn't it?
Yes.
Plus 4 times the quantity of hamburgers is 5, right? Equal to 36. We want to check whether this condition is really equal. When you add 8 times 3 is 24, right?
Yes.
This is 24 plus 20 equal to 36. When you observe, you understand that the first part will be 44, right?
Yes.
Yes. And if you check, 44 does not equal 36.
36.
Yes. Why doesn't it equal? Now, what does it mean if it says it's not equal? It means that you cannot manage this bundle, okay? You cannot manage this combination. Your budget is just the 36 kwacha, but this bundle requires you to spend 44 kwacha, okay? The bundle requires you to spend 44 kwacha, so you cannot manage to get this bundle, okay? So it is not the bundle that you're going to purchase. You cannot manage it. You can't afford. Okay? Then we get the second bundle. The second bundle, the second combination, 1 pizza. So 8 times 1, right?
Yes.
Plus 4 times times 4 equal to 36. This is 8, this is 16. 8 plus 16 is 24, which is not equal to 36. But if you've analyzed, you find that now what you spend is 24 kwacha. You spend a 24 kwacha, but you have 36 kwacha, which means since this bundle or this combination, it maximizes your satisfaction or your utility, and you can actually manage it. You can afford it according to your income. Then what happens is that this is the bundle that you're going to purchase. Okay? You purchase this bundle because 1, you have the capacity to buy it. You have enough money. Number 2, you purchase it because it gives you the highest level of satisfaction. Why didn't you choose these other bundles? Because your level of satisfaction is not maximized at these other bundles, okay? These other combinations. Your satisfaction is only maximized. It is only maximized at a point where marginal utility of pizza over price shall be equal to marginal utility of hamburgers over price. Is that fair?
Fair, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Difficult? No, sir. It was easy and straightforward.
So, sir, you could have just explained using the equation, or you can just explain
you can
using sentences.
you can use the simple equation just the way how I was explaining to explain still, but you don't need to suffer much as long as you have said that we choose band what. Okay, like what band, identify the combination. So you say 1 unit of pizza and what? And the 4 units
4
of
units.
Hamburgers.
hamburgers. Because at that point, marginal utility of pizza over price is equal to marginal utility of hamburgers over price. Okay, and the subject to the constraint, the point or the combination is feasible or is attainable, right? Subject to the constraint. The point is attainable, which means when you subject it to your constraint is your budget or subject to your budget. The point, the combination is attainable, is manageable. You can easily manage it. Got it?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we go to the next question. The next question says that, yeah, so the next question says,
What did you tell them to get?
Hello, sir.
I think he has lost network.
Mhm. Yeah.
no, he doesn't lose network usually. Okay, so with the price of pizza and the hamburgers remain constant, okay, let's make an assumption that your budget increases to what? To 60 kwacha. Did you get the question? So the prices have remained what? They have
Constant.
remained the same. Yeah, the prices have remained the same, and then what you get to do is to check which combination are you going to choose. So in short, the same way how you had calculated, okay, the same way how we had calculated. Now what has happened is that only budget has what? Has increased. It is the same combinations that where utility is maximized. The first one is 1 unit of pizza, right?
Yes.
And 4 units of what? Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
The next one is equal to what? Because the price have remained the same. At the 3 units of what? Pizza.
Pizza.
25 units of hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Then our budget has increased, right? Our budget has increased, so we change the combination. The budget prices is still the same, so it will be 8 pizza plus 4 what? Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
That should be equal to 60, our budget. Okay, so we subject them into the same equation. We start with the first one. The first one will be 8 times 1 plus 4 times what? 4 equal to 60. Observe that this is 24 equal to 60. So not equal to 60. So what happens is that now your budget is 60 kwacha, right? But your combination, you need to spend, your combination requires you to spend 24 kwacha, which means you can still afford this bundle, right?
Yes.
You can still afford the bundle. Let's check the second one. The second one, it will be 80 times how many
5
pizza units? 3
by 3
plus C, 4 times C, 5
by
pizza
5.
units, 60. And that gives us 44, not equal to 60. And what we observe is that now we have a 60 kwacha, but our bundle requires us to spend 44 kwacha. We can see how manage it, right?
Yes.
So now which one do we buy? So the rule of the thumb or the principle is, please, at least you buy the one for 44 now. You get it? It gives you a higher level of satisfaction and you can manage it. It's closer to your budget.
Okay.
Understand the concept of indifference gaps, because if you buy, which one? You buy the first bundle. Yes, that bundle of course gives you utility, but you still have another bundle which is higher and you desire it as well. The first time you desired this bundle, but you could not afford it. Okay. First time you desired the bundle, but you couldn't just afford it. But now that you can afford it, I think you can change the combination, right?
Yes.
Okay. Asa, I've explained. You can move to the next question. The next question says, with your budget remaining at 60, now your budget remains 60. Make an assumption that the price of pizza increases to 16 and complete the marginal utility for new pizzas. What is the question? The question says, complete the marginal utility of a price for new pizzas and identify the combination again. Okay. So what does it mean? The budget is still 60, okay? Then the price for pizza has increased. It's no longer 16. Or it's no longer what? The price is no longer,
Number 8.
it's no longer 8, it's now 16. So we need the marginal utility over price, right? So the marginal utility is still the same. So just change it, start to divide. So 16 into 16, that gives us 1, right?
Yes, sir.
We are dividing marginal utility into a price into marginal utility. Then what is 12 divided by 16? Hello.
0.75.
0.75. 0.75. What's the next bundle? Which is 8 divided by 16. Obviously, this will be 0.5, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
8 16 will be 0. Then the next one will be what? 4 divided by 16. It will be 0.25.
2.25.
0.25. Then the next one?
2 divided by 16
Yes. The
will
last
be
bundle.
0.125.
0.125. But this side, this bundle remains the same, okay? This side, it remains the same. Okay, we have not made adjustments. Check the bundle that you get. Which bundle is that? How many pizzas?
You get 1 pizza, 1 unit of pizza.
1 unit of pizza.
And 5 units of hamburger.
5 units of hamburgers. Rachel, are you buying the same?
No, sir. I was comparing. I can't see the similarities.
You can't see where marginal utility over price is equal, where the condition is met.
Yes, I can see them side. Kuma hamburgers. I'm trying to compare them.
They are here. You can't see the hamburgers. There is one here and also here there is 1, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that condition is equal. So that's why we choose the bundles diagram. Okay,
Mm.
subject to our constraint, we choose the bundle now. We choose the bundle. Obviously, this is the only condition. So
Yes.
obviously, that will be the condition that. But let's test it according to our budget. So have 8p plus 4h equal to 60. Oh, not the price of pizza is 16. Sorry, it's not 8. So have 16 times the pizza 1 plus 4 times 5 hamburgers, right? Equal to 60.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, so that will be 16 plus 20, which will be 36, right? 4 times 5 is 20 plus 16,
Yes.
36. They are not equal to 60. So what you'll find is that mm, your bundle requires you to spend the 36 kwacha, but you have 60 kwacha. Obviously, you can afford it, and that's the only bundle which gives you what? Highest satisfaction, isn't it? So obviously, you
Yes,
go
sir.
for one unit of pizza and 5 units of what? Hamburgers.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. This is too easy for us, and we understand. Explain the law of demand. The law of demand states that there is an inverse relationship between price and the quantity demanded of the commodity. That's the law of demand. Okay, there is an inverse or negative if you are used with negative. There is a negative relationship between price and the quantity demanded. Okay, that simply means, since you are explaining, which implies that when price increases, the quantity demanded does what? Reduces, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And vice versa. Means when now the price reduces, then the quantity demanded does what? Increases.
Yes.
And you get the free 25 marks. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so this is what was required. It said explain the law of demand
Yes, you are supposed to state and explain.
and explain. Yeah.
The question is not to state the law of demand, it's explain.
Mm.
Okay? Don't worry. Just take it easy and it shall be well enough. Amazing excellency, educating for a positive impact. Suppose the demand and supply for cars is as shown in the graph. Okay, question number 4. Suppose the demand and supply for cars is as shown in the graph. Okay, the price. So let's pay attention to what I've drawn. It's the same thing. Price of cars and the quantity of cars. Okay, the quantity of cars. There is a supply 1 and the demand what? 1. Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mhm. Which means this is the initial condition. We mean that at this point, the market is clearing. When you say the market is clearing, we mean demand is equal to what? Supply,
Supply.
right?
Yes.
In economics, when we say the market has cleared, we mean the market is in equilibrium, which means there is no shortage, there is no excess supply. Okay, the quantity demanded is equal to the quantity supplied. Okay,
Yes, sir.
happy? Don't worry,
Yes,
you'll
sir.
be happy
Happy.
now. So we go to the question now. Can you draw this diagram and label the equilibrium point as E1, the equilibrium price as P1, and the equilibrium quantity as Q1? 3 marks. Draw this diagram. It is already drawn. The diagram is already drawn. Your duty is just to label. Okay. So equilibrium price, P1 here. That's the equilibrium price. Equilibrium quantity will be labeled as Q1, right? And then the equilibrium as the E1, equilibrium 1. And you get the 3 free marks. 3 free marks. Okay. Okay. Explain what would happen to the equilibrium price and the quantity in each of the following situations. Draw separate graphs for each. We already had such an example under Manda-Hill situation. You remember? Yeah, that question, it was 2021, it was Manda-Hill situation. These things, you already know them. So anyway, let's continue. So it is like this. We always start from the equilibrium. We are given the situation, okay? Explain what would happen to equilibrium price and the quantity for each of the following situations. Draw separate graphs. So the thing is that, number one, we are selling cars, okay? We always start from the initial condition. The initial condition is that the market is clearing, right? Demand is equal to supply. Supply 1, demand 1. And the price 1, and the quantity what? 1. Equilibrium 1. This is the initial condition. This is where we start from. We label it clearly as price and the quantity on the horizontal axis. This is the initial condition. Now, can you show what happens when there are some of the following situations? Number one, a car manufacturer, remember we are selling cars. Car manufacturers achieve a technological breakthrough, allowing them to produce cars more cheaply. So the question is that, what does this situation affect? Does it affect demand or supply?
Supply.
Okay.
The car manufacturers achieve a technological
Breakthrough.
allowing them to produce cars more cheaply.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
affecting supply.
It is affecting supply. How will the supply increase or decrease?
It will increase.
Yeah, if supply will increase, then how does supply increase? The curve, the supply curve shifts to the what? The right as S2. It shifts to the right as S2. Then your equilibrium quantity will drop, right, to E2. Then the price will come down as to P2, and your quantity will be now Q what? Q2 will increase, right? You've seen it. So supply will increase now, which means the supply curve will do what? Will shift to the right. By the way, last time or now, we are talking about the factors affecting demand and those that affect supply. Okay, you should remember them. Maybe we quickly go through them just by mention. What are some of the factors that we know affect demand? Let's start from demand. Demand is affected by what? The price of the commodity, the income of the commodity, okay, the price of the related goods. That's the price of related goods, which could be substitutes or complement. Related goods. What else?
Consumers' preference.
Okay, the tastes and preferences. Okay, all those things affecting demand. This side in ready, using a red marker, let's list those that affect the supply now. What are they? Of course, the price of the commodity.
Technology.
Yeah, technology. Cost of production. What else? Taxes, right? Taxes from
Yes.
government. Yeah, what else? Anyway, you can easily remember them. I just wanted to open you up. So when these situations are read, when the situations are read, should you try to relate them to these factors? Okay.
Okay.
When the
Mhm.
situation is read, for example, the first one, is affecting supply, right? Then which specific factor that affects the supply is related to this one? Obvious to technology, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's direct technology. That's how
Technology.
you employ the techniques. You should be able to relate. Okay,
Yes, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, this is clear, sir.
So
We
the
can move.
graph is done like that.
Yes, but don't write these other things that I've written around. Just
No.
explaining. Yes, it's
Okay.
done. You have shown what happens. You have moved. So I'm not saying use different marker pens, please. You can use the same pen, just label S1, S2, E2, just label clearly, same. Yeah. And by the way, in economics, we don't bind you to using a pencil as if it's high school. Okay. You can use a pen to draw graphs. No one cares
Okay.
about whether you have drawn it better or what. The issue is to explain concepts. We are examining, do you really know what you're saying? That's what we're interested in knowing. Know that, no, this line is very straight. Person was using a ruler, or what, this one was using free. That's not our concern. The concern is, do you know what is going on?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
we can
Noted,
go
sir.
to the next one. It says consumers' income increased. So consumers' income increase. Does okay? What is affected? Is it demand or supply by this factor? Consumer income are increasing.
Hmm. This one I'm
Hello,
really not sure, sir.
hello. The consumers' income increase.
Uh-uh.
Is it affecting
This one
demand
will
or
be
supply?
affecting demand, sir.
The demand will
Yes,
increase.
yes. We have just
On the
talked about the
factors
factors.
affecting. Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Remembered now.
So income increase, which means your demand will increase. Remember last time
Mhm.
or now, I am defining demand as the willingness and the capacity to obtain the given commodity on the market, right? At
Mhm.
the prevailing price. So your ability and your willing. So what happens is that when income increases, which means your ability, by the way, your ability is measured in terms of income. The same way how you are seeing when we are measuring bundles there in the previous question.
Yes,
The
sir.
person is willing, like that person was willing to consume when he just had paid 6 kwacha, was willing to buy something for 44, but the pocket was complaining. So this is
Mhm.
what happens. Anyway, so demand increases, which means the demand curve shifts where? To the right. That's how
Right.
demand increases, shifts to the right. What happens when it shifts to the right?
To be G2.
Then the price will do what? We increase to price 2, right?
The price will be increased.
Yes. Then quantity demanded increase to Q2 and equilibrium quantity will be E2, like that. And then you label it. Price, this side, the axis should be clearly labeled. Quantity on the left or on the horizontal axis, like that. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Exams made easy, right?
Mhm.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is what I told to do.
I am done.
You
Anyway,
draw, madam. Maybe
anyway,
so just like that questions.
anyway,
I don't know what happened.
don't worry, it is well. Uh, the academy will prepare you better now so that you can can survive.
And you know what,
Government,
on the when it came to business mathematics, I didn't know. Yes, sir.
government imposes a new tax on car manufacturers. Okay, the government imposes a new tax. We always start from the initial condition. Our initial condition is we have price here, we have quantity. Hope you are following there how I'm coming up with the graph. I don't want to hear
Yes,
somebody say those graphs are really difficult. I've done more of the graphs here. Supply, price one, and the quantity what? One, equilibrium quantity one. So yeah. So the government imposes a new tax on car manufacturers. New tax. This tax is imposed on what? On the producers. The question of the day is, what does this factor affect? Is it affecting supply or demand?
Supply.
Right? How does it affect supply? Increasing or decreasing?
Reduce.
Yes, so
It,
supply will
the
do what?
supply
Will
will
reduce.
reduce.
I just talked about taxes affecting what? Supply. So S2, right? Supply. Don't forget to label the diagrams, please. S2. If you just draw the lines, they are not labeled. Which one is S2? Which one is S1? We will not know the direction. Whether supply increased or decreased, we don't know. Okay? So this is what happens. It shifts to the left like that. So what will happen to the equilibrium quantity? First, the price will do what? Will go up to price 2.
The price will go up,
Equilibrium,
and then the
equilibrium of
quantity
2 to 2 will
will
reduce to
reduce.
Q2. Even from theory, we know that when the price of the commodity go up, since there is a positive relationship between supply and the quantity demand and the price, you find that when the price shifts to the left, okay, when it shifts to the left, the price will be pushed to go up because supply has reduced, right?
Yes, sir.
When supply reduces, like these things are no longer like too much readily available at the market. So you find that now there is a reduction in supply. Even the prices of those same things will do what? Will go up
Will
because
go
the
up.
assumption here is that the demand is constant. That's why the line is not moving. So demand has not been affected, which means we still have the same level of demand. People still demand and same level of demand, but the supply, the producers have reduced the supply. So you'll see that will spile on the price will go up. And then the quantity demanded will basically reduce because it has become now expensive. Okay.
Yes.
Any question?
It's clear, sir.
Exams made easy. Clear. Yes, sir. It is clear.
Yeah.
Okay. The other question number 6 says, distinguish with an aid of diagrams. Change in demand, change in quantity demand. So, number. Let me start from change in quantity demanded. Change in quantity demanded QD. So now, what does change in quantity demanded mean? So the change in quantity demanded, remember, first let me start. We talked about different factors affecting demand, right?
Yes.
Price, income, and other factors. So now, whenever price changes, if the price changes, then you hold the other factors constant. You assume the other factors are not changing, only price has changed. What that causes, it is the change in quantity demanded, okay? So the change in quantity demanded is caused by a change in price, holding other factors constant, ceteris paribus, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's what change in quantity demanded is. So graphically, you can represent that like that. So there is the price, then there is the quantity demanded, there is a demand curve that you have here. The supply is not affected here, so you're not talking about supply. So you leave the supply curve, we're talking about. So observe that price is the only one that is changing. Price 1, quantity what? Quantity 1. If your price reduce, move, change to 2, then quantity will increase to quantity what? 2. This is how you depict the concept of the change in quantity. You can see that only quantity is changing now because price is what? Changing. Like the price is an influencing variable or the explanatory variable. Okay.
Sir,
Price
come
is
again.
the one. So price is the one that is changing. As price changes, you see that quantity demanded as well does what? Change. When price moved from P1 to P2, even quantity increased from Q1 to Q2, right? So you can see
Yes,
that
sir.
as price reduce, quantity demanded increases, and this is in obedience to the law of demand, right? That says when price reduces, quantity demanded increases, and vice versa. Okay. Hello.
You said this is in obedience to what, sir? To the law of
The law
demand.
of demand, yes. Okay, the law of demand says when price reduces, even quantity demanded does what? Increase, right?
Yes, sir.
There's a negative relationship. They move in an opposite direction. When price reduces, quantity demanded increase, and vice versa. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So the key word here is that the change in quantity demanded is caused by the change in price, keeping other factors constant. That's what you get. That's a take-home message. Other factors that affect quantity demanded are held constant, ceteris paribus. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If that is clear, then we can show change in demand. What change in demand is. Change in what? In demand. So with the change in demand, this one now, this is the change basically in demand itself, okay, that is influenced by other factors, or it is caused by the changes in other factors other than price or holding price constant. I will explain again. It is basically the change in demand is caused by what? By the change in other factors affecting the quantity demanded or affecting demand, holding price constant. So under this one, price is not changing now. Remember the previous one, in the previous one it was price changing, other factors were held constant. Now it is the opposite.
Okay.
You hold the price constant, then other factors are changing, and that will lead into a shift in the demand curve. You can see that price, let's hold the price constant at P1. It can be constant like that. Then the demand is here as demand 1. So you can just move the demand to demand 2, like that, change in demand at the same price. So you see quantity 1, and the quantity what? Quantity 2. Clear? You label it price and the quantity here. So what is happening is that now the price has not changed. What has changed now is the entire demand curve. The entire demand curve has shifted depending on the influence of that factor. If that factor is causing the demand to increase, then demand curve will shift to the right? If that factor is causing the demand to decrease, the demand curve will shift inward. Like, yeah, that will be the direction of the demand. If it is decreasing, it shifts inward. If it is increasing, it shifts outward, like that. So this is how we depict that. Then you see that the quantity now demanded will increase as well. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the key issue is that price is held constant under change in demand. So the change in demand is caused by other factors. Actually, it is depicted by an entire shift or the shift in an entire demand demand curve. Okay.
Okay.
Any question?
You said, sir, price is held constant under change in demand.
Change in demand. Yes, you can see that the line for price here has not changed. But what has changed is just the entire demand curve, which is representing that it is the other factors that have changed. Those other factors other than price. Okay.
Okay.